Hello everybody, this is a new hot lap challenge from this week in Gran Turismo, and I thought it was very interesting to show how this car is riding and what it's capable of. As you can see, there is so little detail inside, super simple, boxy, and you would think this is not that fast, this car probably is not handling that well, but then you will see how it's doing later on. And there you have the double fan, which is allowing this car to have a higher downforce, which is very similar to the Gordon Murray car that was released in these late years, and also similar to some Formula car that was banned. Probably this car was banned also from the competition. I will be very interested to collect information later on after this video, especially due to the Gran Turismo that is not showing much information about the cars like previous Gran Turismo 5 or 6, where you had the info in the showroom. And there we start the hot lap challenge, and I can say that this car was very surprising to me how it was driving over Watkins Glen, especially considering the speed, the speed through the corners, how it's braking and accelerating. I don't know, it wasn't expecting at all for me. As you can see, there is only 4 years, and I was very confused over the terms because I didn't know what year to drive over, but at the end I managed to deal with that. And as you can see, the car is super stable. It's not giving any surprise about the oversteering when applying the gas, and I think this is due to the car is having this engine naturally aspirated instead of the turbocharging or supercharged, which is very good. And also I believe the 3 or 4 years is super long for handling this power. That's very helpful. And the most important part is that this car is actually driving better than it looks. As I told in the beginning of the video, you wouldn't think that this car is that fast, handling that well, especially considering that it's from the 70s, and I remember driving some 70s Formula in another simulator such as the Assetto Corsa, and I remember that cars weren't driving that well, especially in the high speed corners or low speed corners. They were having so struggle with the downforce, because I think these cars I'm talking about they didn't have these wings yet, and the tires didn't have the perfect grip. So I'm very surprised, I'm very shocked with this. I had to think this double fan is doing such great work keeping the car on the track, and I can say that's why this car is so important in the Gran Turismo saga, and that's why it's so interesting to have this hot lap challenge this week. I think Gran Turismo finally is doing some interesting work on the online, and I would like to get more different races using more different cars, because I can say that everybody's already tired of driving GT3 or GT4 cars. We would like to have more races or hot lap with this kind of cars from the older times or road cars versions. Also we could consider Super Formula, the go-karts. Let me know if you know any other suggestion, any other idea about what Gran Turismo could consider to release in the online races. I will be very interested to read your comments. So from now on, I will be commenting the lap I was doing, and I will let you know some recommendations to this track to handle it, how to find the ideal racing line, where is the braking points references, and a lot more that you would like to know. Basically with this car it's so important to go wide into the corner and then when you're finding the apex, go for it and go against to the wider side while applying already the gas, because this car is not liking to get the really violent actions on the steering wheel. Either is acting to what you expect to do, for instance in a hatchback, therefore you need to do everything step by step. Anyway, this car, if you are doing so, it will be going very fast and very stable, and that's the ideal racing line. For instance, now in this lap we are going to begin. The main is to exit this corner with the highest speeds as we can. Therefore we can gain some tenths at the beginning, and also it's super important to find the right brake point on the first corner and to let go the car over the curve and the exit. And then this chicane is super important to release the gas slightly with this car, because it's going really fast and it's not handling very well the change of the weight distribution. Therefore super important to let the car settle, then continue and proceeding with the racing line as usual. Now I want to highlight what allowed me to get into the 5% of the world, what helped me to deal perfectly with this car, to find the right points, to set the ideal lap for me, which was like following the fastest driver of this week. So I was using him in Ghost, which allowed me to find the racing line, to find the braking points, and also to see how much different there is from my perspective and his perspective, and see where I'm doing well, where I'm doing wrong. And after a few laps, I can say I found the right balance, and this is the lap. So you can see that the Ghost is not getting that far from me. So I'm very satisfied with the performance I was getting on this lap and the previous ones. And the most important already from this point of the circuit was just to not screw it up, to not oversteer any turn. Here already finishing, getting to the last sector. As you can see, the Ghost still on my vision. Overall the lap was pretty fine. I was very satisfied how I managed to get close to this Ghost and to set this time. Apart from this, I would like to get your comments, your opinions. I will be reading them on the comment. Also I can say that if you have liked this video, hit the like button and subscribe for more content like this.